What's going on, everyone? I'm Daniel Ricciardo, and to kick off a little bit of Google partnership love, we are going to go through some Google searches, starting with, is Daniel Ricciardo? And we're going to scroll through what gets suggested. So, here we go. Is Daniel Ricciardo married? One is not. One is not married. One is not married. I don't know how else to answer that. I guess it's a pretty black and white one. It's yes or no. And the answer is no. Is Daniel Ricciardo vegan? Again, pretty black and white, no. I love Austin too much, and I love brisket. Is Daniel Ricciardo Italian? This is not such a yes or no one. I guess I'm like half Italian. My dad was born in Italy. I most certainly have some Italian blood in me. And my mum was born in Australia, but her parents were born in Italy, so fairly heavy Italian background. Is Daniel Ricciardo tall? Compared to a 4 or 5-year-old kid? Yes, Daniel Ricciardo is tall. Compared to a basketball player? No, I am not. So very subjective. I am 1.79 m, so you make your mind up if I'm tall or not. Does Daniel Ricciardo live in Monaco? Yes, Daniel Ricciardo does live in Monaco, but I would like to say I live out of a suitcase with the calendar that we live by in Formula One. Does Daniel Ricciardo like Max Verstappen? Daniel Ricciardo does like Max Verstappen. I would just draw it at likes. I wouldn't say loves. There is no formal relationship or anything, but yeah, I have a good, let's say, friendly relationship with Mr. Max Verstappen. Why is Daniel Ricciardo called the Honey Badger? Well, self-proclaimed. It was a nickname I gave myself back in 2014, and it was like my spirit animal, and I felt like I drew a lot from the honey badger and its attributes, and yeah, I was like, why not? Why not? It's also beautiful like myself, so it kind of makes a lot of sense. Some would question if a honey badger is beautiful. Again, kind of subjective, but I think it is. Why is Daniel Ricciardo number 3? For a few reasons. Well, I got it tattooed on me, so I have to be number 3, otherwise that's a really bad tattoo. But no, my very, very, very first go-kart race I ever did, so my very first just race in general, I was number 3. So they gave me that number, they assigned me that number, and at the time, the house we lived in, our family home, was number 3, like the street number. And I was a fan of Dale Earnhardt, NASCAR driver, he was number 3, so a lot of reasons to love number 3, and want to get it tattooed on me. Why is Daniel Ricciardo a Bills fan? NFL was something I always knew obviously existed, and I was very aware of the NFL, but Max Verstappen, ladies and gentlemen. But I was like, So anyway, long story short, I was like, the Bills. They're the great kind of underdog team. They've got an awesome fan base. They love getting put through tables. They're rowdy, they're loose. I feel it's a little bit of the kind of person in me, and like all my mates, I feel like we're very much like that. We are a little wild at times, and we would fit in the Bills Mafia. So why is Daniel Ricciardo always smiling? It's amazing what surgery can do. It can do wonders, especially in 2022. So obviously with Formula One, you get paid pretty well, and I was able to invest a lot of that money into permanent smile surgery. You should look it up. That's the weirdest answer I've ever given. I like smiling, I like being happy. Thanks for having these automated searches, much appreciated. And hopefully that's a bit of an insight into, is Daniel Ricciardo ... See you later.